Bernice Bobs Her Hair. It's underway at the Lyric at the Plaza Theatre in the Plaza District. I am joined and happy to be joined by Celeste Rose and David Dabbon joining us. They are stars of this show. Very nice to meet you guys. Thanks for stopping by the studio this morning.
Thanks for having us. Quick
interview, then we will hear them perform a selection from the show. Again, Bernice Bobs Her Hair. It's underway through Saturday, October 24th. Tickets start at $25. You can find those online at lyrictheatreokc.com. Enough of the business. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Great to meet you.
How'd you guys get into the theater business? Celeste, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I've done theater for a long time, since I was a little kid. I went to arts high school, and then I pursued it in college as well, and then moved to the city after that. So I've been in New York City, that city.
Sure.
Yeah, I just assume it's the city, for like 3 years. And now I found myself in Oklahoma.
Now, you were from California, right?
Yes.
And you decided you wanted to go to school in New York?
In New York, to follow my musical theater passion. And to learn about East Coast weather, I guess, to kind of like infiltrate that side of the world.
I'm headed to California this weekend for a conference. Where were you at in California?
Southern California. So like LA area.
So pretty nice weather, and then you moved to Ithaca.
Oh yeah, it was perfect all the time.
Had to revamp the wardrobe at that point, right?
Yes, that's true, definitely.
And David?
I got into theater. My sister played piano growing up and used to dance. And so she was a big inspiration. I didn't quite know what I was going to do, but I knew that I wanted to be in the arts. And I started off as a dancer and self-taught on the piano, and through kind of just continually creating, I fell into writing music and orchestrating, and yeah, that's how I ended up.
Does your sister still play? Is she still in the music business?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah, I have a cousin who's a singer and songwriter.
And you're out of Boston, right?
Yeah.
But the same thing, decided you want to go to New York for school, for training.
And it's funny, we didn't know each other before coming here, but we realized that we actually live 10 blocks away from each other.
So close.
In New York right now?
In New York.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys should totally catch up once this is over,
Oh
right?
yeah, we will.
All right, let's see, what brings you to Oklahoma City? It's this guy, Adam Guan, is that right? What's the story there?
Yeah.
I met Adam, I did some orchestrations. There's a singer, her name's Audra McDonald, and she sings a song of his called I'll Be Here, and she recorded it on her recent album. And so I got to orchestrate that for Adam. I've also done other works of his, and this is the first full-length show I've done for Adam. And yeah, it's a new work, and we've gotten to collaborate that way.
So he tells you guys that he's working on Bernice Bobs Her Hair, world premiere musical. Are you guys interested in joining up with him on this show, right?
Yeah.
So that brings you to Oklahoma City back in September, and how have rehearsals gone, and how have the shows gone so far?
It's been great. It's been really fun getting to do like a new musical out of town, like in Oklahoma, because usually with new stuff like this, you get a lot of workshops in New York, but it's on a smaller scale. So this has been so cool getting to do a full production at this level. And like coming in day one, the set was already done, and like we were already having costume fittings and wig fittings, which was just so exciting to have this much like energy and time and money put into a full production. So it's been so wonderful, and it's been really cool getting to create a new piece and kind of like change things, and songs have been cut and things have been added. So it's been really fun.
Celeste stars as Bernice. David, you're on stage as well. You're the musical director and orchestrator of this. How is it being that on the stage? And what sort of tweaking have you guys had to do over the rehearsals and then leading into the shows?
It's great being on stage. So often, you're as a musician, you're put in the pit.
You're down the pit in front of the stage.
Or sometimes even backstage, and so there's no chemistry in terms of the audience getting to feel that music come to life. And because we're on stage with the actors, there's this magical chemistry that we have. And yeah, that's a big part. And then in terms of tweaking, because it's a new work and it's never been done, so much is on the page. And then once it becomes three-dimensional, you start to realize, oh, what happens if we put this here, or cut this, or trim this down, or made this longer? And so we've had different songs that have been in, out, scenes cut, new scenes.
Is that hard? Hard on the actors? Hard on you guys to? I could see where a touring band could say, okay, let's revise the set list, but this is a little bit different, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for sure when you've like memorized something and you kind of like have that set in your body, and then even day of certain shows, now we've frozen it, so it's like it's there. But for our first previews, there were days where like we'd come in and they'd be like, you know what, we don't want to do that anymore, so just cut these lines and like jump to the song here, and this blocking will change. And so then you'd go downstairs and be like, okay, now I'm getting into costume and I have to remember when I get to that scene that that's what happens. But it all went really smoothly.
We had one situation where we there was this scene, and the scene and the song were a little similar, and Michael Barron, director, right before we were having issues trying to figure out like what's the best way to connect them, and after we kind of made some tweaks, we were getting ready for the show, and he had an aha moment and was like, we just need to cut the scene and start with the song. And literally he ran backstage, the three of us met, and he's like, can we do that tonight? And we all were like, yes, let's go for it. So we took the risk, and we cut one whole scene right before before going, and that was a little nerve-wracking, but because we were all so prepared, it was easy to kind of feel each other's energy and make sure that it went well and tell that story.
It's because you guys are pros. I remember we interviewed Mr. Barron a couple times this year on various shows and previewing the season. He was really excited about this one just because it was something new, something that could kind of grow and change as it went. Now,
and he's wanted to do this show for a while. He got to see it. There's a big conference where they showcase new musicals, and so this is one that he's been, as you said, he's been so excited about, and so it's been great to see that come to life.
It was based on a story from F. Scott Fitzgerald back in the 20s. He wrote it. It was published, I believe, him to his sister in the Saturday Evening Post, and it's revamped a little bit. You're visiting your cousin, I believe, now in the big city, which brings me to, you have long hair.
Yes.
Tell me about the wardrobe change for the hair. How's that work?
Yeah, well, I have like 4 different wigs, so that's fun. They're all really fast changes. Some of them are like less than 20 seconds. You like close the door and run off stage and throw off the wig and then like put the other wig right on. So we have like one long wig in the beginning and then a updo wig and then 2 different shorter wigs. So it's pretty crazy, but the wig ladies are just, they're wonderful.
Wig ladies.
The wig ladies, yeah, I guess hair team.
Waiting off stage are the wig ladies.
Yeah, literally they wait and they do it really fast and they pin you on, and sometimes we don't even get pinned on, you just pray that it's not gonna fall out.
Better stay in good graces with them so not pinning like too hard or anything. Now what about your regular hair to begin with? Is it up the entire time so they're just slapping wigs on?
Yeah, we do pin curls, which are just these little like, you twist your hair and it takes a little while, but then you put a wig cap on, so you do that every day. Just like a pretty traditional thing.
I know nothing about that, do you?
Yeah.
Nope, no.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Bernice Bobs Her Hair through Saturday, October 24th. You can buy those tickets online at Lyric Theater OKC. You guys are going to perform for us now, so we'll stop down and look forward to that. Go get some pizza, maybe a cheese sandwich. The Plaza District has fantastic food and all the other things we have in Midtown and downtown. Welcome to Oklahoma City. I know you're both from out of town. You've been here for a few weeks, but it's great to have you guys and continued success.
Thank you.
Why are the words in my head but not on my tongue? I have lips and I have a mouth. I have breath in my lungs. When will my clumsy old feet get in time with the band? The melody swells, but my shoes, they ignore my command. I wish they'd stop talking, that the band would stop playing. I wish this night would end, and then I could start all over again. I'd say all the right things wings, I would be inspired. Finally, I would be the one dance tired. Put these boots to use for once, spin me around, dance with me, all of me, perfectly lost in the sound. All the boys will want to know me, all the girls will wish they were me, and I would be so kind to them. I'd be just like Marjorie. And before the night is over, when the band takes 10, I'll meet that certain boy, and we'll dance again, and 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 again. Oh, I wish she'd stop talking. I wish she'd stop flirting. I wish this night would end. But then I'm always starting over, over and over and over and over again.